Shabbat Shalom. I hope that this pre-Shabbat video finds you and your family healthy and safe and enjoying this beautiful, extra warm Friday afternoon. When we want to refuse responsibility for something, we sometimes say, I'm washing my hands of the whole affair. According to Amer's Dictionary of Cliches and just about every other compendium of idioms, the expression, washing your hands, is rooted in the Christian Bible in Matthew chapter 27, verse 24. There, Pontius Pilate saw that he could no longer save Jesus from the Roman authorities, and he publicly washes his hands, declaring, I am innocent of the blood of this just person. But the ritual of hand washing as a means of distancing oneself from blame or liability goes back much further to the book of Deuteronomy. When a slain corpse is found in an open field and no one knows who may have committed the murder, the Torah dictates a ritual by which the members of the surrounding community seek atonement. The very end of our weekly parsha, the parsha of Shoftim, the Torah explains that the distance from the corpse to the surrounding towns or cities is measured. The elders of the cities closest take a heifer with which no work has ever been done. In other words, its designated purpose is only this ceremony. They bring it through a portion of the land which is unsuitable for sowing. And sorry, this part is a little bit graphic, but they axe the back of its neck, rendering it unusable for sacrifice or eating. In other words, its purpose is only for this ceremony. And then comes the hand washing. The elders wash their hands over the heifer. And as they're doing so, they declare, Yadenu lo shafchu et adam hazeh. Our hands have not spilled this blood. And they say, that is, we are not responsible for the person's death. The Mishnah, in discussing this passage, asks rhetorically, is it possible that we might have thought that the elders committed a murder? Chas v'shalom, God forbid. But the Torah adds one more sentence to the formula recited by the elders. Ve'einenu lo ra'u. And our eyes did not see. In other words, not only do we not commit murder, we are also not guilty of averting our eyes, of turning a blind eye, of willful blindness. The Mishnah elaborates, we did not send him away without provisions. Rashi adds in his own commentary, we didn't allow him to go on his way in unfamiliar territory by himself. We don't bear even indirect responsibility for this crime. The importance of collective responsibility for the welfare of others is expressed on several occasions in the Torah. We are commanded, Lo tamod al dam ra'echa, do not stand idly by the blood of your neighbor, a mitzvah which is echoed in the Torah's laws of returning lost objects, for example, or relieving the burden of an animal that belongs even to your enemy, and many more directives found in the Torah. The Talmud further amplifies the message in several places that keeping quiet and doing nothing can at times be tantamount to murder. Even though the elders of the city washed their hands of the murder, the Hasidic sage Rabbi Yitzchak Meir Bunim explains that the verse comes to teach us a deeper lesson about our personal responsibility. Reb Bunim notes that the word for shed, shafchu, as in our hands did not shed this blood, is read in the synagogue service in the plural, in reference to the word hands, which is also plural. However, when we view the word as it actually appears in the Torah scroll, it is written shafcha in the singular, as though it referred to only one hand. Rabbunim explains that this is because the elders are never able to say that we did everything possible with two hands to prevent such an event. Whatever we did was with only one hand, and we will always be to blame for not having done enough. What an important lesson in thinking about our own actions. We are often too quick to wash our hands of something unpleasant that happened to someone else. We weren't there, or we didn't hear, or we didn't see. Next time you're faced with a situation like this, think carefully, dig deep, and maybe you'll learn something about yourself. Shabbat Shalom.